Hello, this is Shabd from Azalik, and today we'll talk about Django signals. So, Django signals require a callback function. This callback function should always take two arguments at the least. One should be called sender, and other would be the double star quags, the keyword arguments. So this callback function would get various things sent by signals, and would respond to it depending upon who the sender is and what extra data is passed to quags. So Django defines a number of signals. For example, whenever the request is finished, Django will emit the request finished signal. Whenever a request in a request response cycle is started, Django will emit a request started signal. You can connect to any of these signals via request finished dot connect or request started dot connect, and your callback function would be called whenever something interesting happens. For example, request finished, request started, pre-save, post-save, and your callback function would be called with the sender and extra data passed in the quags. So here we are defining a callback function, and then we are connecting to request finished via request finished dot connect. So this was one example of signals. Let's look at another example wherein you can write your function, the callback function. It is same as the first one we wrote. However, instead of writing request finished dot connect my callback, you can just write at receiver request finished. So this is exactly same as what we did here, only with a slightly different syntax, and this syntax was introduced in Django 1.3. There are some extra complexities which you can need to be aware of. One of them is you can choose which sender you want to respond to. For example, pre-save and post-save, the sender is the model which is being saved. So for example, you have a blog model. Now if you only want to be made aware, and you only want your handler to run when the blog model is being saved via, for example, pre-save, or it would have been post-save, you can set sender equal to blog, and your callback function would only be called when the blog model is being saved. For example, we are doing your pre-save.connect. The other thing is dispatch UID. So this dispatch UID ensures that this connect should happen only once. So for example, if you have it in your models and models is imported many times, this code might run a number of times, and if you don't have dispatch UID, so this the connection will be done many times, and each time the save happens, your handler might run multiple times. So I highly recommend that you add dispatch UID to all your callback function wherever you are doing the connection.